2023 was not kind to me, and I also did not put in the effort that I should have. So I am so ready for a fresh start. Hey y'all, it's Taylor from Tattooed Teacher Plans. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are working on January goals, and we're not going to be doing reflections this time because I just did my 2024 goals. I will link my series down in the description if you want to check that out. It has lots of good ideas and just my process of how I create my goals for the new year. This is my 2024 MAKSELIFE planner. I'm so excited to get in here. The only thing I've really done in here is my 2024 goals. So let's go over that and I'll just kind of show you so you can see what we're working with. Starting with the life compass. So here is my starting point for the year. You can definitely see just visually that fun and recreation and health and wellness are pretty low for me right now. And I have high hopes that things are going to get better. I just feel like this weight lifted off me with the new year and like a chance to, as here says, begin again and just kind of get refocused on my goals, because this year was 2023, it was a tough one. So vitality is my word of the year. As we go into my annual goals here, I have my little bookmark in here because those are just so convenient. So here are my annual goals. We will be referring to these as we go. Here is my word of the year mind map with highlighting like my word of the year in each category. I really love how this turned out, and I will be referring to this as well. And then we can just get straight into January. So I have set up my monthly. I will be using that in this planner. I didn't last year, but you know, we're trying to simplify over here. And then we have my January goals page. I also have my monthly goals little bookmark in there. And then we will also be working on weekly actions for the first week of the year. It is so satisfying for the month to start on the 1st, like Monday the 1st. Oh, it's just, I love it so much. There's no like separation between the years. You just start straight on the 1st, which is just, that's so nice. So this planner is the vertical. That is my jam. And this year I do have the dated version. Last year I was working with the undated, but I'm glad to have the dated because I'm always searching to find what week am I in? What are the dates? Never know. So this is pretty much the same as last year, just with the dates and the holidays, which is nice as well. So that's pretty much the only difference in this planner besides what I used last year. This is also a full year. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use the whole year in here. I do use a lot of stickers on my weekly plans, so we're just going to have to play it by ear. I do have another planner that I can use, but it would be really nice to have everything in one book this year. I just don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if this coil can grow with me like other planners have in the past. Okay, so I think we're ready to get started. I'm so excited. So like I said, we're skipping monthly reflections because I just did all my reflections and goals a few weeks ago, and we are working on fresh goals. I am going to be using my new Moxie dots. I just thought that would be fun to kick off the year, and these are just so great that let's just go ahead and use these. It'll be nice and colorful. All right, let's jump right in. So this is going to be a bit of a shorter video since we are skipping those monthly reflections, but we're still going to get into some goals. I have done a little bit of prep work, but we really do this together. So let's go straight back here to my personal goals. We'll start there. So personal, I have broken it down into daily, weekly, and monthly. So there's a couple things I want to highlight and pull out for this month. I don't want to grab everything because I just don't, and this goes for every category. I don't want to overwhelm myself. I have done that before where I have like added way too much for January, and then I tend to get overwhelmed and back off. So we are easing into the year, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to kind of push myself up to that limit. So for daily, I'm going to pull out my skincare and my reading. There's a book that my sister gave me. What is it called? Hold on. Okay, it's called Bright Young Women. And I'm only like maybe a quarter into this, but it has me hooked and I definitely want to read it. It's got some it's definitely based on Ted Bundy, but it's the women's side of it, of the story, and so far it has been very interesting and I'm excited to finish this. I have not read an actual book. I don't know that I read a whole one in 2023. I think I read on my Kindle and I listened to audiobooks. So I have the physical book and I recommend this. I know I haven't finished it yet, but like the writing style and everything, really good. Weekly, I'm grabbing Tretinoin and also weekly reflections. I want to bring that back this year. I really let that go in the past year, so I want to get into the habit of doing that. I want to try it weekly. We're going to try to do it weekly. I may not hit every week, but I'm going to try. And then monthly, I definitely need to get a haircut, but I'm not going to worry about these other, like the color and the Booker podcast just yet. I have some ideas for these. I just haven't narrowed down a list just yet. Okay, so for my focus for this month in personal, I think I'm going to do slow start. Now, I like to do a little weekly tracker or whatever I need for each thing. So I don't need one for the bottom one, but these others, let's see how many weeks we have too. Now that we have a dated planner, that's really easy to figure out. Okay, so we have 4 weeks. So that's going to be 4 dots. And I'm going to do that for, let's see, all of these top 4. Oh, I love this marker. These are just the perfect colors. They just match so well. Okay, fun and recreation. Now let's go back over here to my annual goals. Okay, fun and recreation is always a tough one for me for some reason. So this month, we're keeping it simple again, like I said. So I am working on car camping, and right now I'm in the gathering supplies situation. So right now I have quite a bit of stuff. I got a lot for Christmas, and I have been making like small purchases here and there, and then I made a big purchase like right after Christmas to see like what else do I need. But there are still things on my list, so I want to make a couple more purchases with that. I'd like to go for a hike outside, and like I need to get some time outside because I've spent way too much time inside. So the second part to that is I'm going to walk outside each week. So I want to get in a hike at the canyon near me, but I also want to get in some walks at least once a week. So my focus this month is going to be time outside. Okay, the only one that really needs a tracker is this last one. There we go. Okay, work and learning. So we're going back to work on the 2nd, which is really, really early, but it's going to be fine. We're going to get through it. I just bought a bunch of stickers for my monthly stuff, and it's like sitting back there. Okay, so in terms of work and learning, so I definitely want to lean into that growth mindset and that choose positivity at work. I also want to limit my news consumption. I have realized that it has been negatively affecting me a little bit. And so it's not like I'm going to like throw away everything, but I do need to limit it a little bit because it like weighs on me. I tend to take things on and like worry about them, and I don't want to do that. Also, with planning, we're putting in more effort this year, and so 2 videos a week all month is what I'm going to be doing. And I also need to work on my planner stack and get that filmed and up. I think I know what I want to do. We're keeping it very simple this year. Like I put here, simplify, because that is just very much needed. I need as much simplification in my life as possible, and so I think that I'm going to go down to 2 books, which is crazy, but I'll share that more as I make those final decisions. So focus this month is going to be good choices. Okay, trackers. I'm going to do it the 1st and 3rd ones here. Okay. Now, let's go to family and relationships. We got some good news in our family, but I will share that later when we know more information. So a couple of things. Let's go back over to monthly goals. Okay, for family and relationships. So I have a bit of a little, it's almost like a circle, but not quite. So a couple of things here that I want to be sure to do this month. One, I need to call my parents 2 times a week. Obviously, this month we spent a lot of time together with Thanksgiving and Christmas, so close together and all that, but I need to maintain those. Talking to my mom always helps a lot, and so I want to maintain that. Also, my sister wrote a book, which we are so, so proud about. I will leave the link to that down in the description if you want to check it out. It's a little book of poetry that she has been collecting for quite a while, and I'm just such a proud sister, and I love it so much. I just want to celebrate her book. We haven't quite done that. Like, I've told her, I've said it, I've written it and all of that, but we haven't really done anything for it. And then I want to do something fun with my nephews. So I don't know exactly what that is or what the weather's going to be like this month, but I want to find something in there to like have just for like the 3 of us. So we'll see. So this month is going to be connection. That's always a good one. I always pull that one in. This last one needs some trackers. Okay, loving this so far. I might do that every month. It's so cute. I did bleed a little bit over here with the orange one, but that's okay. You can't really tell that much. Okay, let's go to health and wellness. So we need to go over here and turn the page. So I'm going to move this over just so it's convenient for me. Those are so easy to put in. Okay, so health and wellness. Now this was, if you remember with my compass, a very low category. Had a lot of health issues myself along with family members, but for me, we're focusing on that. A lot of stuff I need to change. So this year I am turning 40, which is crazy. Like, I do not feel that old. I don't know. I think we redefine our own age like when we get there, and I'm definitely in that spot right now. So I've got about 5 months before I turn 40, and now is the time to make some changes. So I have a little list over here. So we've got mind, body, and sustainable routines, and I'm just going to pull out some of these. So some of this stuff is related to like my physical health and like getting stronger and stuff. The other part of it is kidney health, and I had a lot of kidney stones. I had to have surgery. I was in the hospital. It was a whole thing. So I definitely need to keep my water intake up. So I need to drink 1 gallon or 128 ounces every day, which was going really well until December hit. And I definitely need to get back on the wagon with that. Reducing animal protein is another thing that my kidney doctor said I need to start thinking about and incorporating. So I'm not going to quite pick up that one yet, but I have been doing little things here and there to work on that. But this month, I really want to work on my 7,500 steps a day. I want to strength train 1 time a week, and I want to keep up that water. And I think with those 3 things, I just think that that's a good first step. I don't want to take on too much. I'm already doing pretty well with these things. And if one of these slips, then I'll add those in like next month or whenever I need them. But for now, we're going to take those 3 little steps and then add more as we go, if that makes sense. Because I know that I need to make changes, but for me, things have to be sustainable, and they have to be like, I like have to ease into it, if that makes any sense at all. Just like, it makes sense to me in my brain. And like from experience with myself, I have tried many, many times to do drastic things, and they never stick. They always tend to fade away, or I get to that point where I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. So small baby steps in the right direction is where I'm going to take all of this. And by the end of this year, hopefully I'll be mastering all of these things, and it will just be like second nature and be easy. But for now, those things are kind of hard. My focus this month is going to be focus, because that's what I need to work on. Like, I'm going to put these 3 things somewhere where I can see them every day, and I'm going to be working on them every single day. Okay, and all of these need a tracker for the weeks. The water, I think, will be the easiest thing to get back into my routine of. These other 2, not so much. It's going to take some work. Next is spiritual and personal growth. So back over here, All right, so with this one, there's a lot going on here. And again, I want to take small steps in the right direction. So I'm going to pull out two things. One of them is going to be the Daily Stoic or poetry. I have this like 365 poems for the year, and I like read it sporadically last year, but I really want to like do more with it this year. So I'm either going to pick the Daily Stoic or the poem to read every day, and I'm going to bring those to work, and they're going to like sit on my desk so that I have easy access to them and I can eat them while I'm or read them while I'm eating breakfast. And then also the other thing is gratitude practice. This became really important to me last year. There was a lot going on, and leaning into that gratitude was really important to me, and I want to carry that over to this month. Next month we will probably pick up something else, but for now those two I think will be a good start. My focus this month is going to be peace. Okay, I put weekday because, like I said, I'm going to leave those at work and I do it Monday through Friday. Okay, we're getting closer to the end. Financial. So financial has been a big old mess in the past year with all of my medical bills and all of that. So there's a lot here that I want to accomplish, but a few things that I want to bring in this month. Okay, just to build like a really healthy foundation for the year, I want to update my budget 3 times a week. That's something I did last year, but really fell off on. Keep a zero balance on my credit card, which I worked to get down to 0 last year, and I only have 1 credit card, so something that I want to maintain. And then also something I'm going to bring in is to like sit down and review my budget monthly and see where I'm making those mistakes and like overspending, or maybe I'm like forgetting certain things. So I think it's just something to do that will be like a good thing to get into the habit of. So this month, I want to bring back those words I just said a minute ago, a healthy foundation. For trackers, I'm just going to do the first 2. Here we go. Okay, lastly, physical environment. So I have some work to do because December was a little bit, how should I say, lax. So a few things here. One, I need to clean my car inside and out. That's just something I did not do in December, and I always meant to and just never did. Also, I need to water my yard. It is winter, but it is very dry where I live, and I think that will help my grass in the spring a little bit. Also, keep up my weekly cleaning. I'm doing the daily cleaning pretty well, so I just put in weekly for this month. And then also I need to create a monthly cleaning list of 4 things. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a good start, and I think it'll just kind of get me back in my habits. So focus this month is going to be get back on track, or get back in the habit. I think that'll work. And I'm going to do 3 here, and then 1 for each week, and 1 for each of those 4 items. Okay, so here is how my monthly goals came out. I am loving this. This just looks so uniform and also very cute. And then we're also going to work on my weekly actions for the first week because I want to have a good start to the year. And I think part of that is setting the tone, and this is going to set the tone for my whole week. So we're going to flip back and forth between the 2. And I think I kind of want to use the same colors again because it just turned out really cute. Now, I don't want to grab a ton of things this week because we are going back to work and it's going to be somewhat of a stressful week. But like, what week isn't stressful? And I also have Monday off, so I don't know. I don't want to overwhelm myself. So let's just go by category, and I'll just grab some stuff and put it in. That's just my method. Grab some stuff and put it in. Okay, so first thing is I want to work on reading the book and Trenton Owen and weekly reflection. Skincare is going pretty well, so I don't want to put that on here. That's more of a maintenance goal. And I don't want to schedule my haircut just yet. Maybe we'll do that next week. So those 3 things I think will work for this week. Someone talked to me about this like the middle of the year, and I don't remember who, but they do their reflections after the week. I prefer to do mine like beside the week. So when I come to do my reflections for this week, I'm going to put it here. And that's because I like to see things side by side. So if that helps you, definitely do it. But whatever works for you, do that. Okay, fun and recreation. So this one, I'm done buying stuff for now. I'm gonna buy stuff later this month. I don't feel like it right now. So I think I'm gonna do just the walk, and we'll call it a day. I usually do like a walk or like a hike out at the canyon on the first day of the year, but since we go back to work like the next day, I kind of want to utilize my Monday a little better. Okay, work and learning. I definitely need to choose that positivity. I also need to work on my planner stack. So let's just go ahead and grab those two. Family and relationships. I'm just going to do, definitely to call my parents, but also I need to figure out something for Callie. I don't know if I want to send flowers or what, but I need to figure that out. Health and wellness. I think we're going to grab all three because it's a good, like they're all good things and in different areas of like what I want to do with health and wellness. Spiritual and personal growth. I want to start on the first one for sure, so let's grab both. For financial, so since it's the beginning of the month, I don't get paid till the middle of the month, and I'm not going to review my spending until the end of the month. We're going to grab those first two, and I think that will be a good way to start the month. Oh, I just said a month a million times. Physical environment. So I need to make my monthly cleaning list and do one of those things. And I'm not going to work on my car just yet, but I'm going to grab these two in the middle as well. Okay, this is looking so uniform and so good. I may carry this throughout the whole year. These things are just so fun and useful. I keep them in a little cup, a little MAKSELIFE cup on my desk, and they're just so handy. Okay, so we got a lot done today, actually. We reviewed my annual goals. We worked on monthly goals. And then we also got weekly actions done for the first week. I feel like I'm ready for the year. It's a relief to be prepared. Now I gotta actually do the work. I do these every single month at the beginning. So if you're interested, definitely subscribe and you can see me do my monthly reflections, monthly goals for the next month, and weekly actions for the first week of that next month. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload. And I'll see you next time. Bye.